Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. This video is for Pasi in Finland, and this is the throttle body from 91 500E. This is early style unit. Again, in the previous video I showed you the loom. It is different from newer style units that have connector looking like this. This is the connector, how it looks on the newer styles, smaller connector. This is older style, large connector, so I had to make an adapter here to get this unit to work properly with my bench test computers. Now we see right now unit is energized, and it's been energized non-stop for over 10 hours after deep freeze rather. Inside the freezer, it's set in the freezer for a few hours, about 5-6 hours, and then I put it on the bench to test, to give it a temperature shock, and it is working well. And if you look at previous videos, you remember how it was all gunked up, so that is all cleaned off. Case is cleaned. I opened up potentiometer, cleaned potentiometer. Nothing broke, which is great because those are very brittle parts. You do not really want to go there unless you really need to, because parts are very brittle, you can easily break them. So this worked out well, and as you can see, it's working fine. I can shut down my bench test actuator, and I can move it by hand. As you can see, it works just fine. It's just easier for me to have it constantly energized and working with this little gear. Now, what can we say about it? The unit itself, when I was cleaning it, some numbers here faded, so I engraved the part number on the case, just in case. The loom from this unit is here. That's original loom that came from the throttle body. I didn't go and find each and every wire due to lack of time. I mean, I don't have time for this. I just replaced it with brand new loom. As you can see, this is a little longer loom, so you will have to find space to fold it in the engine compartment. I'm sure you'll find some space there. You can coil it. It's a brand new loom, and it's inserted back into the throttle body. Everything's cleaned off around the entry point with new O-ring installed, and that's about all. So now throttle body is working well. And another thing I want to show you, this is the live readings. This is actual values, what potentiometers tell computer. So 4.25, 4.24, 4.24 is exactly where they usually all are. And let me just cancel this phone call. Now, this is the value where they usually all are, 4.25, 4.24. This changes. This is the actual linkage. But around 0.47, that's about where they all are as well. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Now, micro switches. These are inside the throttle body. On, off, when throttle body is on idle. Now, don't mind reading jumping. That is the software issue, it's not the throttle body problem. They all do jump around from time to time, but nothing to worry about. That's the software, because this is very old school setup. It's like just back, you know, it was developed back in '80s, so this is still at least I can see live readings exactly from what computer sees from the throttle body. So this, we're good here. Now, activation. So what we want to do is, when we move the lever, we must have micro switches change to off on. As you can see, they just changed from on off to off on. So that's good. So the throttle sees, the computer sees micro switches engagement, and of course readings on potentiometer on both of them, they will also change the more or less I move the lever. So let's see if I move the lever a little more. Just gonna give it a little minute. There goes the readings. So again, because this is old school software, it takes some time for software to actually process information, so therefore it's not instant. But as you can see, we move our linkage back. As you can see, the readings right here, they do change as well. So I don't see a problem here with I don't see a problem here with potentiometer anymore. And I did open it, I cleaned it all off very nicely, so it reads fine. If there would be any issues with potentiometer at this moment, the throttle body would shut down just like in previous videos. And again, this is the old loom. This is the area we have issues with, so that's gone. This is the new loom, absolutely brand new, so, and all factory original, so that's great. So this is the connector, brand new connector, and this is the old one. You can see that's the old loom. And again, I'm not gonna go and find each and every wire which one is bad, because it doesn't make any sense, because we're not gonna reuse this one ever. Another thing what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this little thing back onto this loom here, something like this, so you can put it back on the vehicle more or less as close to factory setting specification as possible. So anyway, that's not as important thing. The most important thing is the readings, and as we can see, I can move the throttle body right now and readings change. So that's good. So potentiometer is visible to the computer. Let's go and check fault codes, fault memory. Now, because I do not have engine control module and other modules connected to my bench test computer, we of course will have communication codes and idle speed recognition signal, because I plainly don't have it connected. This is just a standalone setup, so I can at least check the throttle body, but if there is anything wrong with throttle body, computer would shut down. So for that reason, it's important to not have other codes for like potentiometer, clutch, motor and whatnot, micro switches for that matter. So this code is going to be always present because I do not have other computers connected to this module, so that is normal. But the point here is that we don't have any other codes that are throttle body related, so this is important. So we're not going to erase it even, because I'm gonna, it's gonna come right back because I don't have other computers. So basically that would wrap it up for now. I mean, throttle body works, and as you can see, it does work. Readings still change. So I move the lever. So I move the lever and readings do change. Computer sees both potentiometers and changes readings accordingly. So we're pretty good here. And that's basically ready to go unit. Okay, so it's all done, ready to go, and it's going to Finland, so away from New York, but it's well worth the trip. Alright, so this is Victor at restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.